But good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We are now in year 4 spring of Medieval Dynasty. We restarted at Major Road Update 1. And let's see what we got going. Alright, there we go. Let's see here. Got water, we got food. Look at our management real quick. Let's see where we are on our houses. So we got one house that's completely empty. Got extra storages, some damaged buildings, and a tavern waiting to be built. So I'm pretty sure we still need people. So we need one digger and one hunter. We'll go ahead and get the resources to knock out a quick fix on some of the barns. Hopefully that'll be enough. And repair. Okay. That's good. That one's good. So just the barn now. Yeah, I know I'm like super early compared to what I'm usually on. About 20 minutes early. There we go. Good morning, evening, afternoon. It's Mood, how you doing? Starting a wee bit early, but I was up and showered and felt like getting going today. Oh, the mic's very quiet today. Let me look here. Is the game audio overpowered, or just the mic? There we go. All right. Any better? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I have my mic twisted a little bit out, but alright, I guess the question is better or good? Trying to think what else. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Alright, good deal. I'll leave her alone then. Alright, so we got that repaired. Hydrate. Eh. Thanks. Made sure to get some ice water before we started. Dun dun dun. Because I definitely have not been hydrating on my own this weekend. Got tons of sticks. I backed off making firewood just so they would eat the sticks. It looks like we are out of logs though. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Management. Buildings. No cookies. It's probably a good thing. I'll just eat my no-bake cookies over here. Woodshed. We're gonna bring sticks down even more. So we'll hold off on the sticks for right now. Yeah, I started a little bit early. I woke up early this morning, showered, and was sitting around sipping some coffee, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna start early today. Oh, we'll go ahead and do 2 seasons today, though. Sorry we got cut off last time. I know that, I know schedules change, so like, but you can't really Can't really schedule when family shows up. I mean, not successfully anyway, if you have family like mine. Alright, so Unigo says wait. We do have to pay taxes though. 1460. Yeah. Yeah, we had a good visit, so I was pretty happy. Let's see here. Bows, torches. Take a little bit of coin. And let's see here. So we got in the food storage. Make sure everything's kosher there. We're good there. Nice. Finally got yours up with one worker. Very good. She's good on pottage, man. Oh yeah, they should be harvesting stuff right now. Alright, well we're gonna take all this pottage. Actually, did I take all of it? I did. So what's gonna happen, because I took all the pottage, I'll take this one too. Because I took all the pottage, they're gonna start eating cabbage. And that's okay for right now. First priority. I guess I'm sorry. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, yeah, this weekend went by, I blinked and it was already done. I was like, holy crap. They did come in and fix my foundation on Saturday. So at least I didn't have to cancel stream due to that, because it was really, really loud. But that's out of the way. I saved up 6 months to get that done. And then I finally had enough money for them to come and fix it. Something. Yes, get some coffee. A slow walk of doom. Yeah, so pottage is kind of like a extra thing for us to give villagers. They could just live off cabbage all year. I don't think that would be a problem. And we're not going to get full price for this because this is damaged pottage. So there's that. Hey buddy. Would you like some pottage? I mean, you really don't have a choice. See, 11 instead of 18. Or 14. Thank you. And some bows to sell. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and zip across the thing. Smooth. Be nice. But, yeah, smooth. I mean, you get to see me every day over on YouTube. I post every day over on YouTube. Is it the content you watched today because you were I was live streaming? Maybe yes. Maybe yes. But I do try to post up every day over there. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but tomorrow, apparently, Assassin's Creed Valhalla comes out tomorrow. And I am in a toss-up on wanting to play that. Because you can actually, like, build your village stuff there, too. So I'm like, let's talk to this lady. Hi. Lady, got a minute? How have you been? Lady, got a minute? How's the job? Lady, got a minute? Have you been? Thanks, go to my settlement. Cool. Management, a person. So she'll be the next woodcutter when we assign another woodcutter person. So we'll need another male. I will. Oh, yeah, no, we played this through, I think this is our 5th playthrough, and I get the same thing, like, man, I just knocked out all the quests by, like, year 3, right? And you're like, year 5 and year 10 is, like, the next quest for Unighost, and I haven't been past that, because something cool always happens, and so for updates, so I end up restarting. But some of the, like, base goals I try to do, I mean, I've been failing the last couple months or seasons, but that's okay. Some of the base ones I do is try to get all the gold from these 2 towns. So they got 6 merchants, 4 over here and 2 over here. So I try to sell enough stuff to get 6 from these guys. And let's see, what other goals do I have usually? I run some more stuff for the villagers. Like, I'll pick a village that I want to help out that season. Trying to think. But yeah, I just try to build my settlement and then build it better. So each time it's been like building the settlement a little better. Eventually I'll have it to where we figure out how to fortify it, because then we know bandits are coming. We just don't know if they're going to be rovers or not. And yeah, so it's basically me making money and then finding better ways to make money that cause me less time making the monies. Which end up, like, year 6 to 8, I usually end up in making lots of flax and wheat as I can. Because the grain sells as much as me sitting there making pottage forever. But, so money and, like I said, this is like the 3rd iteration of this village here. Oh, yeah, sorry, buddy. Yes, you'll have another one at 10, and I think, I want to say 15, but I think it's 12. So you have 2 or 3 more Unighost quests. Yeah, flax. Yeah, I can get, if I get flax in the spring, I'm happy, because I sell the seeds and then I make the linen thread and make bows, or just sell the linen thread. Although you could just sell the stocks and the stuff for just as much, so. Yeah, it's a 3-fold thing. Alright, so we sold the stuff, we even got more coins. We're working on the tavern right now, so we can go cut down some. Actually, let's make some, back up to 16. I would like to make not quite that many. But yeah, I mean, you just find some goals to set for yourself. Like, my big one is trying to get this 6 merchants sold out every single season. And we're nowhere near that right now, which is hilarious, but that's okay. Iron 12. Okay. If we're gonna cut down trees, I want my iron axe. Yeah, I do usually a half sheep, half goat mix for my fold. There's one building and you can get different stuff out of that, so let's go ahead and hit iron axe here. Yeah, it's usually, like, one of the goals I set for myself was to have a population, not including kids, of 30. So you had to have 15 buildings to get that done. But the particular reason I made that one is because, I think Bones had 28 or 29 people at the time. And so I'm like, well, I'll see if I can get 30. And And yeah, it was easy enough for sure. Well, I won't say easy, but because what we did last time was upgraded to the middle tier houses. That way we could have max population for children as well. So this time, this playthrough, I only bothered with 2 small houses until I could unlock the 3rd house. And now all the houses we have are tier 3s. Or tier 2s, sorry. So I didn't even bother with the tier 1 houses as soon as I unlocked the tier 2s. So just little stuff like that, like evolving your game each time. There we go, pickaxe. Morning, spider. We started a wee bit early, so nobody's late. I'm just super early. Alright, so food storage is probably maxed out again. Easily maxed out again. Nope, okay. I'm gonna see what these guys are doing then. Good. Wheat. And then rye, I think. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. So little one, we decided to do oats. So he's doing oats because we'll need oats for a quest later. A couple quests, but a main quest later. And then should be flax. There you go. That doesn't look like flax to me. Hold on. Flax, please. Aha, there we go. Most excellent. There we go. Yeah, I saw that. When I was putting the food up, I'm like, oh man. It's always something with you guys. Always something broken. That's why I like the better ones, because they don't die as hard and as fast. Hi, Blue. Welcome, welcome. So it's starting a little bit early today, but I felt the urge to get some stuff done, so we're here. I mean, I guess that a lot of us are hoping that they'll do more quests like Alwyn's, where you actually have people in the quest line that you do more quests for, like more intricate quests besides go fetch. But I don't know how they'd carry that over generations. Like, say you're not even on your first, so we're on our first iteration, not our son or anything. But say you have a son, and their son has a son, and then you're on his iteration. You know, how can the devs create a dynamic system with quests and stuff that's not just rinse and repeat from the previous 2 heirs? So stuff like that is a little complicated. I can understand. I was saying just on vanilla with the settings and the timing and stuff like that, you have over a ridiculous amount of hours. That it's 144 hours roughly between the time you're old enough to have your heir take over or something like that. So like, if each season is this many hours and takes this many hours a season, and then they're this old, yeah. So we'll see. So I'm always excited for the new you look for damage the first of the seasons. It's probably a good idea. I would be more motivated to do that if it like affected productivity. Which maybe don't do that, but still. I'm like, eh, if it's not on fire, it's obviously fine. Good morning, dwarf. Yeah, we started a little bit early. You're not late. You're definitely not late. I'm super early. Oh, nothing much. We're just talking about goals that we give ourselves. When we don't have any, when we finish the main quest, basically. Minus Unigo's quest, of course. Yeah, you're stuck at the Alwyn quest. What specifically are you stuck on? Like, is it saying if it's the points thing? Like, you're trying to score certain points? Alright, I'll tell you the tip to that one. Give me a second. Sorry, when they're that close, I have to. Alright. So the cool thing about this is I read that quest as in you have to be 20 meters and try to get points. That is absolutely 100% not true. What it actually says, it says at least 20 meters. So where you want to be is about 26 meters. And don't pay that bastard any more money. Excuse my language. I lost like 600 gold because I was playing that and I kept losing. Because I was at 20 meters. So we're going to swim across here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's one of the reasons as soon as he puts that target down, I try to get a distance of about 25 to 26 meters. The further back you are, the more points you can score. So if you're at 20 meters, no matter if you hit a bullseye every single time out of the 3 hits, you will always lose. So you do have to scoot back to about 26 meters. And then save. Year 1 of 5 full years of cooking roasted meat. Finally! Finally! Some progress. It's horrible progress, but it's some progress. Alright, so this is this guy here. So you want to get a regular rock. And before you talk to Alwyn, because you've already talked to him already. So go over here and shoot your arrow. And it says 26 distance 26 meters. Accuracy 93 with 24 points. So the 25-26 meters, go ahead and drop your rock. And then do a couple practice shots. I did this with spears the first year. Because I didn't have a bow because it glitched out. Actually, the first time I played through, I didn't actually get to play this quest. It didn't ever pop for me. So, Celtic, let me know if that helps any. But move it back to 25 meters, not 20 meters. And then you should be good. I mean, you don't even have to hit hundreds at that point. Do you have a bow and arrows? It can be done with spears. Any bow at all. Like, he maybe should have gave you 15 arrows or something. If you don't have a bow, you can use a spear still. Yeah, you just want to get your distance at 25 meters and drop a rock. That way you can come back to do this again. Perfect, perfect. Do you not have a bow though? Like, I can't remember if he even gave you a bow the first year. He gave you some iron arrows and nothing else, right? Oh, well then it's dealer's choice on that one. You get to pick what you want. Because all the quests will accept a damaged bow the same as it will a used bow. We're using the longbow right now because that's our normal one that we are really comfortable with. Recurve bow is now worth it too. But like I said, I gave mine away for the quest for Alwyn. We've been using a longbow since they fixed bows a couple patches ago. Yep, so it's up to you on what you like. Recurve bow packs a little bit more oomph than a longbow. Longbow has just a slight less drop. than a recurve bow and can shoot, I think, longer distance with less problem. And then the regular bow shoots stuff. So, I mean, you're not at a loss. Yeah. Yeah, the lumberjack and the mining seem to not have any problems getting skills. Putting you on screen too, yeah. Yeah, like I said, get your distance, and then everything else will be easier because at 20 meters, no matter how perfect you are, you won't win. Make sure when you give them the money, go ahead and save your game. Or wait till you get over there and get set up, like where you want your footing? There we go. Your feeding. And then go from there. Alright, so we'll do our auto walk, which is left shift and number pad 8 for 3 seconds. There we go. Auto walking. We're just out of the range to be able to get that extra boost. That's okay, I'll chug some coffee. So I think you did get your coffee, right? It'd be a horrible crime if you didn't. I don't want to be an accessory. Dun, 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 dun. Perfect. Yeah, I sometimes want to swing back to my very first original save and see what, if anything, I would do differently. Level 5 crafters. I mean, that's cool that this crafting skill's even moving. So we were, what, in year 7 or 8 last time we played through, and yeah, we weren't even nowhere near. Sorry this is so slow, guys, but I picked up some rocks and we need some logs for this thing over here. Why is coffee so good? So I'm all caught up on Star Trek Discovery. It's really good, as always. We're so hoping that they'll have like a apprenticeship or something similar to that, where you can put children in work buildings so they can skill up. But sadly, child labor laws are still in the devs thing. But yeah, we might have to wait till he's an actual adult to do anything. So we were all talking about jobs we had when we were kids. A little while ago. Oops, let me turn auto walk off. There we go. Alright. It's not too shabby. Yep, it is. My question is, if we have 30 buildings, 15 of them are living quarters, which is 30 people, how the heck are we supposed to like have our kids move out and get married if we can't have any more building limits? I'm sure that's probably something other people have said as well. That's been my only like, I wonder how this is gonna work. And all this funness. Let's see here. Flax. Doing stuff. Good deal. Planks and a few logs. Abbreviated is mostly okay. Uh, my nieces and nephews watch this stuff, so I try really hard to keep my swearing under control. We did it. Okay. Go over here and see how much they've actually got done. Oh, he's still working. Good deal. Guys, you already know what we're gonna do. So, you can help them. I have quotation marks around that, by the way. You can help them, but you just have to remember to fix the field in management when you're done. Okay, so I don't have a spot for her right now, actually. So I might add her as a barn worker for right now. But as soon as we upgrade to other woodshed, she'll be in this one. Food storage. Oops, food storage shoes finally unlocked. I think we were in town when that happened, in tavern. Excellent. Dun dun dun. Okay. We were doing something, but I already forgot. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm hoping to have enough wiggle room to actually be able to put houses back here. I think we'll be more than fine doing that. Did we not grab anything at all? No, we didn't. Yeah, sometimes. Alright, so lots of planks and some more logs. Oh, you're finally at the point where pottage might not be your thing? Grain is absolutely a much better use of your time. 100% I agree. And the iron hammers versus the iron arrows might be a better use. Although the iron arrows, you can't beat them on weight. They're amazing. You can stock up all your iron arrows and run around the country. Speaking of, how far off are we from getting mines finally? Okay, so woodshed and then that one. So we'll just keep cutting some trees. Completing building construction. Moving as quickly as we can. Survivalist. Athlete. Alright. I strongly think that berries are always worth it. Especially if you're short on money or need more money for things. Alright, so we got a digger. Got a couple good diggers here. Hi, chickens! Alright, so we said we needed a digger. So we got that. Management. We have double hunters, which is good. Lumberjack. Dun, dun, dun. Technology. So we got somebody for woodshed too. So a crafter. Crafter would be good. I think the reason I think berries are like one of the better money makers in the game is because for one action of grabbing berries, you get 3 to 6 gold. I usually get around 4 or 5, but gold per handful. So I think that's pretty dang good. Oh, and Will, have you checked out the new settings at the beginning of a new game? They do have a bunch of game settings now too. So if you have a certain way you wanted to play and weren't able to, you might actually be able to play that way now with all the changes. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, even if you don't actually make a new game, definitely check that. Uh, it was so tempting to change stuff, but I decided not to because it's easier to help people if I'm running vanilla. Trust me, I was tempted, very much so. Alright, so we got another digger. I'm looking for a craftsman. Excuse me, sirs. I need a craftsman. Although we will talk to you, because I might need a digger later. Hey, how's it going? How have you been? Nice weather? Alright, he's at 82, so... you know what? Screw it. Hey, go to my village. I know you're a digger, but I'm gonna put you in the barn right now. But only because... it's necessary. And we'll just hold you until it's time for you to go to the mines. Alright, so that's all the people we have room for. So we'll have to build another house by the time we get more people. Because we technically needed 3 diggers total remaining. So we got 1 digger, and that's the next digger's for the mine, and then the third one will also be for the mine. We'll be maxed out on diggers. Dun dun dun. I mean, how much room do we have? We have plenty of room. Have you been by any of the seamstresses yet, Will, to pick up a backpack and a pouch? I would super highly recommend that being like the first 1,000 gold you spend on. Yay! I'm really glad that happened. Well, worked for you. Good job. Good job, Celtic. So dark. I can't even see. I don't know how you guys are seeing anything. I can't see. Nice. Hey Dwarf, we got many more months of sciencing before this game comes out, so if you need to restart whenever you need to. It's all good, man. I went back after one of our episodes and destroyed all my old saves, I think except one. I might have even destroyed that one, but what's your next question? Bring it. We're more than happy to help. Well, Well, I kind of always had like a hint that they would level. It just that they are so slow that it takes them a long time to level. Unlike the like field workers and stuff, who if you have fields that are big enough can just level up automatically. Okay. They level up faster than level 3 Shavern. I'm hoping, man. The food and wood use per hour? Okay. Ask away. I can't guarantee you an answer right off the bat, but I'll do my best to get it answered. He's having so bad, like, he's just done the longest run in the universe. He did not, by the way. How much wood to have for winter time? At 30 people, I had to have, let's see, it was either 250 or 300 firewood by the end of the year. So if you set your woodcutter at a pace of, mine's just under what it needs to be right now, actually. Let me see, woodshed. Oops, management, building, woodshed. There we go. So 35 is what I had my firewood make at, to keep it good all through winter, like it gained throughout the year. I dropped it down because I need logs right now, but if you're wanting to automate it, if you keep your firewood about 35, it can usually cover, it'll build slowly throughout the year, and then you'll have enough through winter. If you have it at 40, you'll probably have overage, but you don't have that many people, do you? You don't have 30 actual people yet? If that was your question. The food one is harder because the crafters don't, I don't care if you have them on 100% food, they don't ever have enough where they are producing enough for your families. Oh, yeah, I'll lean back a minute. Yours produce enough to do foods? 'Cause doesn't cooked roasted meat less than 7 nutrition? 'Cause if it is, they'll eat cabbage. That's the problem I was having with it last time, I think. Sticks. I'm looking over here to the field, see if our 2 new workers are there. And if they're not, we will do a quick restart. So, F5. Oh, there's 2. Alright, they're doing all they can. That's fine. I was about to restart them, but I didn't see that guy. Yay, our bebop song's on. Yes, meat and gravy. No, they're not eating from the chest alphabetically anymore. So the new thing that they're doing, which is amazing, I'm glad they talked to us or let us, converse enough to get it. So as you can see, your nutrition value is here. So they'll go by the highest nutrition value, and if these match, then they'll go by the lowest condition. So right now my people are eating this because it is the highest nutrition, 2277, and it is the lowest condition. So they were smart about it. This is not good for your, what is that called? Your, yeah, it's a vast improvement. That way your berries aren't leached out in 5 seconds. And your people aren't so hungry and complaining. So they did that. So if you're making breads and pies and stuff for yourself, because some of those actually have healing on them instead of just +7 food, it'll be like plus 45, 70 food and 20 health on your breads and pies and stuff. I haven't made any. I've only got them from quests, but I thought it was pretty cool. So much to do, man. So much to do. Yeah, right now my people are eating cabbage. You won't be making any cabbage this playthrough? I mean, that'll be good if they eat the roasted meat and then the meat with gravy. Because I agree the meat with gravy is the best thing to make because you're double dipping in your crafting skill. Have the tavern guys make the roasted meat and you mix it with the onions. Yes, right out of the food storage. And sadly, only out of the food storage. That's a lie. Not only out of. You can, if you wanted to, for some crazy reason, run around to each individual house and put food and firewood in their boxes, and they'll eat that first. But ain't nobody got time for that. I like whoever did the tunes in this game too. I enjoy them. Oh, since more people are here today, tomorrow Assassin's Creed Valhalla comes out, and I am seriously contemplating that as a game option. Because I think it might be fun. Are your people making the onions or the meat with gravy, dwarf, or are they just doing cooked meat? Hi, Q. We're around doing stuff this morning. I started early, so we're already at an hour in, almost. Cooked meat to level. Okay. Yeah, they don't really need anything super fancy to do. I'm trying to make sure that this is actually met, because this is much higher when you got a lot more people. And it's easier to give them 1 or 2 pieces of food versus like 16 pieces of meat at the moment for me. But it looks like it ends up rotting for him. He's going so fast. Nice, 41 population. Very nice. Yeah, I'm more interested in the city buildings aspect of it, but I think that part comes like later. I don't think it happens in the very beginning. And it is a teeny bit expensive, but nice. Yeah, 30 was my pop minus children, so I ended up being a 34 or 36 with counting children last time. So my hardcore goal is to get 15 houses up. The fact that we can carry 28 logs right now is amazing, and I like it a lot. You need to count how many houses you have? Maybe. Alright, all the planks in the world. Oh no. Last playthrough I kept one spare building space just so I could upgrade the houses and maybe move some stuff. So it was working out pretty good. Had to get creative on where I put some of the houses though. This playthrough we went straight to the tier 2 houses, so I'm just nice and chill and happy about that. It is a lot more effort, definitely, but it'll make your construction tree go up faster. Technology tree and your skills. Upgraded all 15 houses and got rid of the excavation shed. Well, that's smart. That's smart, because if you don't need the resources from it, why have it? And if you have a mine, which I'm assuming you do because you make iron arrows, then you already have rocks and salt coming in from that if you wanted it. Yeah. The fact that limestone now works in the game for upgrading rock houses is a boon. I remember chunking out like 300 or 400 limestone because it was just, you couldn't use it. And now we can modulate, you know, what we want it to produce, which is a big game changer for a lot of us. Plank roofs. I mean, we're only in year 4 as of right now, and I'm like already ready to restart for something new, and I'm like, nope. Calm your horses. It's like, what would I do differently next time? Well, I already know I want to build here, but I might try to build all on this side of the thing or on that side. I don't know yet. I do know that my resource storage should always be really close to my woodshed here. I'll eat. Food. Food might be good. You built them on a grid pattern? Nice. Well, I like this. I'm gonna do what I can to enforce safety later. But right now I like how this is. We can also make the second storage for food, so we'll be doing that pretty soon, I think. Yes, I just ate $175 or 175 gold pieces right then. You just saw me eat it. Had to convert it into pottage. Crafting, new level. What do we got, guys? Well, we got cooking maxed out in hopes that someday that will be a thing that we can use. We did Master Builder already for consumption. Upgrading and downgrade. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get this because I don't want to not have this if this ever kicks in. I didn't even know this was a thing. So apparently we're not even supposed to be able to upgrade the houses unless we have handyman. It's good to know. Oh, we have an extra point here too. Nice. I usually do Iron Seeker, but I'm doing Woodcutter this time just to check the difference. Yeah, always moving to a new spot. It's like, am I comfortable here? The other spot we chose last time was a good spot, but I didn't like it because I always felt smushed in. And we got plenty of room out here. I'm glad yours is starting to feel like home for you. Oh, look, a little chimney. I didn't even see that before. Alright. Alright, so Tavern 3 has the alcohol barrels right here. Brewing will be coming in a later update, but it's not here yet. Alright, management. Sorry, I have to look here to see if this actually finished building. No workers. Okay, that's fine. So we will get a food storage up. How much extra planks do we got? 24? Perfect. Nice. Yeah, people organize these different ways. It's always enjoyable to hear how other people built, because I'm a box builder. So I like things lined up and like this goes here. But I'm bad at like decorating and stuff like that. Stuff that like makes a village actually a village. Like the fences and the other stuff. Mine ended up looking more like Quick Place's military setup. Alright, this is us upgrading with limestone, by the way. Alright, so this house is finished. Let's go to the next house. So these two over here are done. Nice. So eventually the food storage is supposed to be the place where, like, if the food storage overflows, or we want food and stuff in there faster, they'll actually go out to the workplaces and drag the resources back to the shop. That is currently not working, because everything's automated right now. So it's basically, if there's room, they'll put it in there. If there's not, it goes into the work area. Like meat in the Hunter's Lodge, say if the food storage was full. If this, then that, is how it's currently working. But later, I think they want to make it where the person in the food storage actually goes and gets the meat out of here and then brings it back. They're not at that stage yet, though. They're like, we got more important things to work on right now. Yeah, this, let's see here. M for management. Yeah, I don't have any workers in here because it doesn't do any functions yet. So, any of the storages so far. That's not saying it will never happen, but at the moment it doesn't actually do anything. Yeah. Well, it is a good like holding place, but I mean, personally, I'd rather have them out in the fields. You know, they can work until they're 9 months pregnant or something. I don't know how many months women are pregnant, but they can totally work in the fields until then. That's turning out rather nicely, I think. You push population, half your workers were unemployed for the first 4 or 5 years. Yeah? Yeah. Hey fella. Oh, there you are. Here you go. I made some cool bows. There's some extra junk. Not much stuff, but some stuff. Okay. Thanks, buddy. Alright, so we're going to cut down some more stuff and hopefully get at least one food storage up so we can tear down the other ones. Do. Baranica and the pig village. You can also get pigs from Valencia, I think. Super secret pig village that nobody knows about. Dun dun dun. It's like a baby maple. I feel like they're hiding a branch from me, but that's okay. Alright, we'll go ahead and go then. Yeah, the land right here is like super flat. Like you could build on this if you want to. This right here. That's actually really nice up there. Is most of that birches though? Yes, I don't like birches. It's funny because I like birches in real life, but not in game. Because they're cheap on the wood. Although if you need branches, the sticks, they'll hook you up. It's mostly birch. Yeah, Jay, that's what I said too. I refuse. It just takes too much effort. Although, technically we could just build a storage warehouse somewhere and just mow down trees, and then they'll magically transfer over there. Okay, so we got some. Go ahead and build the food storage next to it. Do. Build storages and some food storages. Gotta line it up. Well, I want to line it up, but it has to be lined up with the road too, so. Acceptable. Do. Nice for your arrows. Do. Excellent. It looks like I planned this, but I really did not. I would love to take credit for being that precise on my logs and wooden roof from the last build. I'd love to take credit for that, but that would be false. So that was just lucky. Alright, now like 5 billion things of wood, and we will have a nice hearty food storage. Oh yeah, we did woodcutter, so let's look at this. It usually takes 3 cuts to take down a tree, and it looks like we get 2 now with woodcutter 2. Okay, so skills. So at this, we only have to use 2 hits with the iron axe to cut it down. So less durability on our axes being used, and quicker foresting. Swing and miss? Yeah. Thank God it's not baseball, my average. I mean, how many ones can you get before they won't sign you anymore? Hashtag don't know jack about baseball. Okay. Come here, log. Well, the tavern is finally up, so people can rejoice and go to the tavern this evening. Now they have a place to hang out. Hi, Bone. We're just kind of chillaxing in here this morning. Getting some stuff done. Slow and steady morning. Alright. Couple more trips. What else are we holding here? Okay, so nothing too big. Besides excess weight. There we go. It's good. You always carry 2 torches. In the case of the wolf attack and 1 breaks. Yeah, I don't use mine enough to make me worry about not having it if the wolves attack. If I used it a lot more, I definitely would probably carry 2 as well. 2 swings and the tree's down. Very nice. I just run around in the dark. Me too, Bone. Look, I can't afford that extra 2 leather and 2 sticks. It's too expensive. Meh. Not really. It's more of a, I don't want to do it. Also, as any good person in the army knows that having light while you're running in the dark ruins your night vision, which means you can't see as well. Ah. Somebody posted a I saw it on the internet, so it must be true. Posted a map that had like every animal spawned in the game. I didn't look at it very much, but I was surprised at some of the locations. Like, I was like, yeah, I know for sure they spawn there. Okay, it's there. And then some of them was like, oh, I didn't know they spawned there. Holy crap. But then I didn't look at it because I think that's like something you were supposed to pay for. With the collector's edition or the dev support one. I could be wrong though, but whoever did that map did a really good job. Yeah, I was like, I didn't pay for it, so I didn't want to partake until I paid for it myself. But it was a really good map, so if that's part of the dev edition, then I would recommend supporting a couple more dollars towards them and getting that. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, yeah. It was nice though. I was like, holy crap. I knew where most of these were, but yeah. I didn't save it. I let the internet, I let it sink back into the void of the internet. Yeah, I was like, I'll look at that more if I like end up buying the thing, buying the dev edition. Have not. Abraham. I read it from an internet blog. Abraham Lincoln totally said that. Gross. We're about to have to cut down a birch. It's fine. Do 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 do. Boop. We did it. We have a thing. 900. I think this is 500 if I'm correct. Oh, sorry. I had to sneeze, so I had to flip the mic up real quick. Destroy! let's look here. Perfect. Oh, what day is it? Okay. See, I still think this storage should be upgraded with every single tavern that we do. I think it should be upgraded. Uh-oh. I always get stuck in here. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna make a ridiculous amount of pottage. And for a couple minutes I am gonna step away because I need more coffee, I need to stretch, refresh some water and stuff. And then I will be right back. Way before 228 pottage is done. Alrighty, there we go. Sorry guys. It's like, take my break now because I know that I will be running another season right after this one, so wanted to make sure everything is met as far as stuff that I needed to get done. Take the breaks when we can, right? I'm gonna try to sell all this pottage though. Yep. Celtic, be safe. This is a lot of pottage. Dun, dun, dun. Important times. Oh, speaking of taking care of yourself, that lovely knot that's between your neck and your shoulder blade that you get when you've moused so darn much. Man, curse words today. Out of control, man. Sorry. Uh, but yeah, when you're up and gaming or at the computer so long that you get that sore spot there, normally I have it taken care of by a nice masseuse, right? Well, all those people are closed, and where I am. So I'm like, I can't even go get somebody to help me with this. It's not a thing anymore. It's okay though. It's okay. I'm trying to think. Like I said Valhalla comes out tomorrow. There too. Dwarf, exactly, exactly. Because I went to look last week when it started to hurt, and I'm like, well, I usually call these people, and then like, oh, due to certain circumstances, we are currently closed. It's like, no. And I mean, I don't blame him because it is like a health concern. I understand this. It just sometimes you're sad. It was like some crazy harness on Amazon that you could slide over your shoulders. It looked like when you were in high school, the football pads that you slid over your shoulder that can get that for you. But I was like, I'm not paying $180 for some Frankenstein machine. It would strangle me. You're waiting for somebody to buy it for you? Valhalla? It is a little spendy. That was one of the things that it pretty much eat about 50% of my gaming budget I have left over. If I decide to purchase it. But I really want to see, like, they have some town development stuff. This is the hilarious part, right? So the combat's supposed to be really good, but I'm more interested in like how to develop the towns that we come through. Uh, so it just makes me laugh a little bit because it's gonna be a lot of hours. There's gonna be tons of hours sunk into this, which I guess it's good that I didn't get the job because now I have tons of hours if I want to sink it into there. But yeah. But yeah, Valhalla was what's coming up tomorrow, and like I said, I'll know by the end of the day if I'm buying it or not. Try a tennis ball against the wall and roll it. Dude, that might help a little bit. I don't currently have a tennis ball anywhere, but I've been just using my heating pad mostly, laying on my back in bed and then curling up with the heating pad on the shoulder. It's made it loose enough that I can sit here without too much pain. And I say that, but I mean, it could be anywhere else in the house and I'd still have a little bit of shoulder pain. But I'm sure I'm not the only one. What? It's like I feel like I do and move less than I did before. That's what your physical therapist has to do? Nice. Yeah, it's like funny. It's like I don't do push-ups anymore that I got out of the army, but I do vanity push-ups sometimes. And if anybody doesn't know what vanity push-ups are, uh, it's if you use the wall or like say your bathroom vanity, where the sink and mirror are, you do push-up position from there and use elevated. So it still works your arms out a little bit, but not to the extreme that it does when you're actually doing real push-ups. Hot shower and stretch more for you too? Nice bone. That's usually what I do. It's me 15-20 minutes in the shower, just letting the hot water hit it. So much pottage. This does make the season longer, but that's okay. Pottage equals monies, and more weight room in the actual food place. A diamond. Oh god. No. No diamond push-ups for me. Thank you. Thank you. You're sore in other areas. That's a major pain. Always crack me up because like, let me see your pinky finger. I'll take your mind right off that pain. Wait, what? Do I need to tell you the story of the little engine that could again? No? Yeah, I know you guys are super interested. You're only here for the pottage. I understand this. Just a side feature to the pottage. We just imagine a day where this only takes 2 seconds instead of 5. And then we'll be free again. You gotta think about this though. Whoever is married to us must really hate the smell of pottage. Like, oh god, again? Can you please stop cooking? Hire somebody to do that. Like, we can't. We're the only ones who could possibly do this job. Oops. It's definitely a different army. Like I said, it's like as soon as I wasn't able to do the physical requirements of the job, because like what I did in the military wasn't physically demanding. Once at the station at home, it was mentally taxing, but I'm fine with that part. But just the PT and stuff after doing that many deployments just kind of broke me down pretty good, and I wasn't able to do my PT like I was supposed to be able to do. And I said, all right, I'm leaving in a year because of this. Like, my contract's up in a year, and I'd done 20 years. And yeah, as soon as I wasn't able to fulfill the job requirements, I bounced. Yeah, I was like, if you, I don't know. It's a different army. I got it in '99, so that was a different thing. A different era. Can't say better or worse because I'm sure the people that were before us said we were the weaker army. And I'm like, yeah, okay, buddy. I don't even get my kids. Yeah, no, I have the same rule for my nieces and nephews as I have for you guys. If you come in here, you're gonna be chill. And if you're a drama llama, I'm gonna send you back to your mom. Nice. Yeah, some of the years that I went through went by so fast. I blinked and it was 5 years later. And a lot of the people that went in with me only stayed 1 or 2 terms, and then they bounced. And I was like, guys, just stick it out. I know it sucks sometimes. A lot of the times, sometimes it sucks, but it is what it is. And a lot of them could have retired, but they didn't want to stay in, which I understand. Sometimes it's just too much, and you've already served your country and know what you needed to do, and you've accomplished what you wanted to do, and you got out. But I was like, you guys, you need to stay in just for being able to draw an actual retirement. But some of them are very successful and very happy having not done that too. Yeah, it wasn't until like my second deployment. It was my third deployment. My third deployment, I came back and they were finally like pro mental health. Before then, it had been just do your job every day and don't seek help. Like, it was a different attitude about mental health. So I was really happy to see that actually change when I was there. It hasn't really helped. I mean, not to get depressing, but it hasn't really helped with the suicide rates and the other stuff like that happens. So that's still a culture issue, but yeah. You got attacked by a dog? The dog's like, you're not joining the military? Thanks, Mood. Yeah, out of a 10-year period, in one of my things, I was only in states about 2 years out of that 10. Well, at least you got a decent recruiter if you did that. He's like, instead of the one that goes, I need the extra $10, please sign here, 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 and then I'll maybe help you to the hospital. You get both cats. Sorry, dwarf. Oh wait, we don't have to go very far. We actually built a food thing right here, didn't we? Wait. Oh my god, we just did 108 roasted meat. Mistakes were made. Got distracted with the chatting and didn't even realize I was making roasted meat instead of pottage. So sad. We got plenty of cabbage seeds, I'll tell you that much. Alright, so these two are planted. great tourist locations. Bone, I agree. Hi, bikes. There's bebopping around. We are doing 2 seasons, so we'll hit spring up after this one. It's kind of running around like a goofball. We are gonna hit F5 because we didn't sleep last night. At 8, we'll take the foods in. And bows, I think. Some linen thread going. Sorry. He's making a dad joke. Bikes. Because all bikes are two-tired, have 2 tires. It's okay, man. It is still early for some people, or late for some people, depending. Some more limestone going. Logs. So many dang sticks. We stopped collecting sticks and somehow we're still getting more sticks. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Okay, we'll upgrade with some more good old limestone here. Yeah. Once we get the iron mine up, it'll be a whole different thing, because we'll need a crap ton of feathers and sticks. But we're not there yet. It's just anarchy. Chaos in our streets. Your motorbikes. Oh, did anybody, I was like, I don't know if anybody follows science and technology, but they have a helicopter that takes 10 minutes to turn into a car. So you can drive it on the road. It's actually legal in some countries. You can drive it on the road, and then if you want to fly it, you have to have a pilot's license to operate this thing. But it takes about 10 minutes for it to convert into a helicopter, and then you can use it to fly. I was like, holy crap. That's like doom waiting to happen because we're so reckless on our roads, but at the same time, how cool would that be to have your vehicle that could actually turn into a helicopter? We don't have enough rivers and lakes and oceans around here for amphibious for me, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind a helicopter. I mean, that could be one thing I do, like next year maybe, is get a pilot's license. Like, kind of a just because thing. Alright, so that's, we got a little bit left on that fella. We haven't really done anything productive this go around. Just been recruiting a couple people. Getting some of our farmland planted. I don't like it when the pit of my stomach drops out. I'm not a fan of that at all. Yeah, so 6 roasted meat, 7 cabbages. So they won't touch this, they'll eat the cabbages before they eat this. You just want to take it for a swim? It would be cool. I mean, how would you know it's not working until, like, it's too late? Like, oh god. I'm at the bottom of this lake because this thing's heavy. And, there's a leak. Yeah, it's like, I had a lot of people going. Nice bone. Yeah, it's like, somebody asked me if I would take a really, really expensive car. I was like, no thank you. They're like, why? I was like, do you know how much, insurance you have to pay on, you know, a $200,000 car? A sports car at that? I was like, I would go broke trying to pay the insurance on it. We were doing a class. It was the business law, I think it was. And they said, well, what would you do if you won $100 million? And I said, what's the first thing you would do? And mine was, I'd be hire an accountant and then hire a lawyer. They're like, what? You wouldn't like spend money right off the bat? Because everybody else was like, I'd buy a car, I'd buy a house, I'd, you know, pay off my mom's house, or everybody was saying different things like that. And mine was, I would hire an accountant and hire a lawyer probably. Your mom's paying more for her car than her house. That doesn't surprise me at all. It's a culture thing now, unfortunately. And I say it's a culture thing, it's because it's not just a person or a handful of people doing it, it is a majority of people doing that. I mean, right now my house and my car cost the same because I've paid them both off, so they don't actually cost me anything besides maintenance. Because they always cost you, even if you got it paid off. That's why they will never be an asset. Buy your mom a house and get a professional manager for the rest if you want $100 million. Oh. I think I would end up managing it myself, but I definitely would contact like a tax lawyer for sure, and then somebody to block frivolous bullcrap, because people are crazy. I mean, and a lot of my stuff probably would end up going to charity, because excess is nice, but I mean, if it helps somewhere else. But not the charities that pay their CEOs and stuff like $300,000 a year. No. Hard pass on that. Okay, there's some soups there. Count and allow your professional keep it safe. Yep. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of fun to be had with it. Money is meant to save, give, and use. I mean, as a tool. And as much as I love my family, I would probably have them go through some financial education stuff before I gave them a huge lump sum. Because I wouldn't want the money to be a burden on them. And get them into more trouble because they didn't know how to actually use the tool. Here, 5-year-old, have a chainsaw. They're super fun. I only say that because I grew up with the same money knowledge as they did, and it was insufficient knowledge. We'll just say that. That's the easiest way to say it. Because my family does watch this stuff sometimes, but insufficient knowledge. Right. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Exactly, it's like that's why most of my stuff would probably end up going to charities and different things like that. Because they actually have a purpose for money. Mine's just extra. Good coin. This is good. Yeah, I mean, you probably would, if I had $1 million to $100 million, you probably wouldn't see any change at all in my lifestyle. Besides the fact that I wouldn't feel guilty about having so much takeout food. Because that budget would increase. And my gaming budget would probably increase a little bit too. As far as the roof over my head and the car I drive, I'd probably keep those same things. Yeah, exactly. Dwarf, exactly. Yeah, because I mean, even if you're financially stable and financially well off, um, I mean, I'm stable. I'm not well off though. By well off, I mean if you never wanted to work another day in your life, you would never ever have to. I always worry that what I have now is not gonna be there later, so I'm always like trying to two to 5 steps ahead. So yeah, bikes. I agree. I would have a business or a hobby or something like this. I plan on being here for several years and stuff like that. And it's something I hope that continues to grow. You know, here on, and on YouTube and stuff, and you know, I hope it's around. Um, but it's an additional thing I do with my time because I like gaming and you know, finding like-minded people and stuff. You probably swing for some solar panels and geothermal for the house. Yeah, make it more green, and then you have extra. Probably have extra you can sell back to the city. That's what a lot of people in my community are currently doing, is selling their energy back to the green energy back to the city. Yeah, it's almost 11, guys. 11 my time anyway. Community greenhouse in a teen center. Nice. I always thought the community greenhouses and gardens and stuff are a good idea. Hold on a second. That's weird. Yeah, I may have deforested half of the wildlife up here. But yeah, community gardens and stuff. 'Cause I grew up with a garden. And my mom continues to make gardens wherever she lives. But community gardens are something else because that teaches people that don't have the opportunity to have learned that already. And it's like good local food and stuff like that. So I've seen them do the rooftop gardens, community gardens and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. In game you're about to hit winter 2. Bad enough already? Nice. You did extended seasons though, didn't you? Like 4-day or 5-day weeks or seasons? If I remember correctly, 5-day seasons. Very nice. See, this is why I like wooden axes or metal axes, because they just work so great and they last a long time. Yeah, I would have to figure something out. I mean, 'cause like I said, money can be a burden for people that don't know how to use it. That's why you see a lot of people get millions and millions of dollars and they're broke in a couple years. Now, some schools are actually taking financial literacy a lot better, which is great. Like, accounting is good. I mean, it's great to know how to balance your books and do what you need to do and stuff, but I think for like junior high and high school level, if you know how to manage money a little bit better and why, like the purpose behind managing money, because it's not just manage money because that's what you're supposed to do. It's manage money so you can get to a goal that you're wanting, that's something that's important to you. Sorry, I started my financial segment already today. Sorry, guys. You said the metal spear deteriorated faster than the stone spear bikes. That's still correct? Lots faster? Man. So we're just fluffing up the logs in here. Trying to get enough. That's 33 logs, 72 planks for our next humble abode, and 80 rocks. So we're good on rocks for 3 more houses, but not so much on the wood. Management. See, as soon as we can upgrade the woodshed, the better. That's one of the reasons I'm out here cutting wood right now, is because I'm hoping to get this faster. As soon as we have this up, our wood problems are going to be minuscule. You got your woodshed 2 up? Very nice. Oop, see, that's what I said, one of these days we're gonna get murdered by a tree. Come on! I think if you're pointed downwards, then it should swing downwards. Instead of sitting there taunting you that it's not gonna do what it wants you to do. Axe is yelling, "You're not the boss of me!" Yeah, longer seasons mean more skills gained, more time spent. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's gonna affect how the crops are done. Like, I bet you can get a crap ton more crops in. See? No, that's smart. I don't think that's cheating. I think that's smart. Build the 2 little ones until the big one comes in. The way you get everybody leveled and you still get plenty of wood and stuff. See? And we're not even close to being building capped. I mean, we got all the room in the world right now. Do. Auto walk. Level 6 already? I don't even know what my guys are. Haven't really been. Oh yeah, we're on auto walk. Hold on a second. That's true, they are dirt cheap to build. And I could technically do that. And I could technically keep all of them up as we run around like a crazy person and build houses. all of this is true. I like our little town. I think it looks swell. You built in the same place as me? Nice. I do like it. It's out of the way, but it's close enough to have all the things I need, and it's not smooshed in, which I can appreciate. At one point I did my fields up here, because you can see how flat this is. This is great for town building through here. But I decided to do fields this way, because it lines up really nicely. 4-day seasons for you next time, maybe? Nice. I don't know, it's like, and then I would never be offline because I'm always playing. It's like, no. Aw, thanks, Slayer. Yeah, we're just here chilling out, doing stuff and things. Well, as I was thinking, is like if you did a 2-day challenge instead of a 3-day seasons, you would have to hustle a lot on the quests and stuff to just make sure they're done. Because like right now I won't accept any quests at the end of the 3rd day, or in the 3rd day, because the possibility of not completing them is there. Yes. But did you notice, because I didn't notice this until today. So, crafting? Yeah. Handyman. Upgrading and downgrading of house modules. So, maybe we won't be able to use limestone until we have 3 of 3 in Handyman later. I mean, that might be a thing. Yeah, Adaba is supposed to be used for wattle. For wood and wattle. Where limestone is for the stone. And since we always start off in stone anyway, it's kind of a nice thing. I like not having to be right on top of. I mean, we didn't have to anyway. After we did science, and you didn't actually have to be on top of the job to collect the clay pits to collect the clay. But I really like it now, where I don't have to worry about being near it. We didn't get near enough stuff. We just kind of ran off with some sticks and logs. Fine, I was like, that's good. That means the one thing I tried to instill in the community has taken root. Always build in stone. Do not bother with your wattle. The only time we ever build in thatch for the roofs in the houses is the very first one. Because we don't have a woodshed yet. Dun, dun, dun. Are they producing good enough for you, for the 2 pigs? I know that you're doing your crops by hand. See, look, we're still growing sticks, and we're not collecting sticks at all. So many sticks. I guess it's just because we're cutting down the logs. Alright, did we do anything to the woodshed? Nope, firewood and working. Okay. Okay, 60-40 split on that. So we need to start getting some firewood in here. Okay. Second thing. 160 something. Alright. You're like, what are you doing, crazy? Am I crazy? Crazy like fox. Alright, so we'll do one more woodshed here. Management. There we go. So they're a woodcutter now. Notice there are no trees here. There's absolutely nothing here for them to cut down, and they will still bring in wood. That might not be a thing for ever, but it is a thing for right now. Hi, Zon. Good to see ya. Yeah, I mean, I could let this rot and we'd have 87 fertilizer. Very easily. So far, I've only missed 2 pieces of food and it rotted. But that's okay. Super exciting world of thrashing is about to happen. You guys will have to contain your excitement. At least it's only 1 second now instead of 5, which I'm so happy about. You don't even know. Oh, getting some stretches in. Yeah, the bigger field is more like what I'm worried about because it's going to be so much stuff. Oh wow, the trash people didn't show up until like 3 hours after they're supposed to. Interesting. Sorry, people on my street. Well, I might have to cut the leather down soon. It's up to over 100 pieces of leather. And I'm not making torches right now, which means that the leather's not actually getting used. And the sticks aren't getting used. So my 3 drinks at the moment, because I just opened it, is a 75 fluid ounces of Dr. Pepper, my giant cup of coffee that I will continue drinking, and water. And yes, I mix all three. Not together, but still. Yeah, I was kind of hoping by the time we got to Tavern 3 that the food wouldn't be a thing I had to think about anymore. But that was not the case. Well, if you want your people eating food, I mean, you could just do a huge thing of cabbage every single spring and just let them eat off the cabbage. I mean, they're not going to starve that way. But you kind of like to think that you try to treat your people kind of good and make sure they have decent food. Even though it has absolutely no effect on anything at the moment. So, yeah, and I was like, my first playthrough, I had the most variety you could possibly get in the game. I had fish, I had roasted fish, I had salted fish, I had meat, roasted meat, salted meat. I had most of the soups and stews and stuff, because I thought maybe having like a huge variety of stuff would make them happier, and of course that was not the case. But I still like to have them have real food still. Right now they're eating raw cabbage, which is more nutritious than cooked meat. I read some more stuff on the forums, and I did disagree with one of the things, because I was going to post it to you guys, but I had about a 55% disagreement with some of the stuff that the person said. They weren't wrong, but they weren't on the same line of thinking that I was, I guess is how to say it. But yeah, like, they were saying not to do salted meat at all because it wastes precious resources. And I was like, I think precious resources is stuff that I have to go get myself. But if my excavation shed has no other purpose besides to pull salt in, which will never happen, and we're never going to do that because I hate salted stuff. But if its only purpose is to do that, and we have a fish shed, and we make salted fish because it sells better, you know, that's a thing to do with it. But he's like, never do that because it's such a precious resource. I'm like, I think precious resources are kind of things you take a long time to get. So, I'm gonna say no to that one. Dwarf just does roasted meat, so I don't know. That's how he's leveling up his crafters, is doing salted meat in a Tavern 3. But I know what Jay's saying too, because if I'm trying to make food in the tavern and have it sustain the people, like without running out, it doesn't work for me, even with 3 people. So I know what they're saying. Dooby-dooby-doob. Yeah, I absolutely believe it should be a lot faster. You didn't marry Inga. You shush your mouth. She's a saint. She's a saint who's married me every single playthrough. How dare you, sir? Alright. As exciting as this has been for my poor YouTubers, having to watch pottage because I don't know how to edit films to make it fast forward or do anything. I could fast forward it and then you'd hear me in a chipmunk voice, I think. But I have 0 film editing skills. The ones I did have deteriorated a long, long time ago. So, we're we're gonna finish out this. I feel like we're so close to the end of the day that maybe I don't want to push it. We can do 45 more. It's 45 more seconds. We can do this. Oh, for video editing? Yeah, like the stuff that I used to use, and I mean this like literally 15 years ago. If you try to use it now, it's like, pay all this money. I'm like, I don't have all this money to pay you. Not that you don't put out a good product, it's just it's a lot of money. Like Photoshop is like insane nowadays. I was like, I can't do that. Yeah, I definitely think to grow you have to learn new things, so it is on my base agenda to do. It is not currently on the top of my agenda to do. Top of my agenda #1 spot is napping, so that takes precedence over all the things. But yeah, after that I got I have some other stuff I want to do as well. Video, or not video editing, but still working on Unity and stuff like that, so like developing a little mini video game myself. Was having fun with that, and I stopped that like 2 weeks ago, I think. Just got busy with everything else. But if you want to do something, you'll find a way, and if you don't want to find something, you'll find it. Want to do something, you'll find excuses. So that's where I'm gonna leave this video for the YouTubers. So this isn't for you guys on here on Twitch because I'm doing one more season. But for those on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button if you did enjoy the content. And I'll see you in a little while.